Here's your wrestling news for September 10th, 2021. And your headlines for today include Roman Reigns' opponent for WWE Extreme Rules announced, Paul Heyman teases twists and turns for Brock Lesnar vs. Roman Reigns storyline, AEW Dynamite beats WWE Raw in coveted ratings demographic, WWE's unbelievable contract offer to Bryan Danielson, Renee Paquette announced to host new show with UFC fighter, what happened with Jon Moxley after AEW Dynamite went off air, WWE wanted Adam Cole to manage Keith Lee on main roster, AEW setting the stage for former World Heavyweight Champion's debut, AEW wrestler's wife says her husband is being misused in AEW, heat on Mick Foley within WWE over his warning about AEW, and more. We are kicking off today by acknowledging our tribal chief Roman Reigns, who has dominated as Universal Champion for over a year. On last week's SmackDown, Reigns retained his title against Finn Balor, but it's now been confirmed that the two will face off once more, this time at Extreme Rules. This was announced by WWE themselves, though no stipulation has been announced for the match so far. Today marks day 376 of Reigns' incredible tenure as champion, but given the ominous red light from last week's show, the tribal chief may be facing the Demon King on September 26th. Reigns will no doubt be on tonight's SmackDown from Madison Square Garden, which will also feature Brock Lesnar in his first appearance since his shocking return at SummerSlam. Returning at SummerSlam to confront the Universal Champion, tonight will be the Beast's first SmackDown appearance since October 2019, and Paul Heyman is expected to play a key role in the feud between his two most successful clients. Lesnar's last match in WWE saw him lose the WWE Championship to Drew McIntyre, something Heyman watched firsthand, and at the time, he was still the advocate for the Beast, but has since joined sides with Reigns. Heyman and Lesnar didn't speak at SummerSlam, but had a one-sided phone call during last week's SmackDown, in which Brock told Heyman he'll be at tonight's show. Speaking to the New York Post, Heyman was asked about the story between Brock and Reigns, and said, "I think we all knew this situation was going to come to a head someday. From the moment I appeared on SmackDown television with Roman Reigns, it was, oh my god, what is Brock Lesnar's advocate doing with Roman Reigns now? This is an unanswered question that has to be addressed, and no better place to address it than Brock Lesnar's first appearance on television in 18 months in the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, live on television." Lesnar won't be a full-time performer, but is listed internally on the SmackDown roster as a babyface going forward. When asked about Lesnar's change from a fully fledged heel to a more babyface role, Heyman teased plenty of twists and turns for the new program between his two clients. "I don't know if we're going to end up in a situation where Brock Lesnar can't go after a different championship other than Roman Reigns, and he can have his advocate, and Roman Reigns can have his special counsel. There's a lot of decisions to be made, and there's a lot of scenarios that can play out, and I dare suggest anyone who thinks that they have this figured out doesn't have a clue as to the twists and turns that could and will come in the near future." There's still no confirmation on when Lesnar vs. Reigns will happen, but it's expected to be at Crown Jewel on October 21st in Saudi Arabia, or perhaps saved for Survivor Series in Brooklyn on November 21st. There's even speculation of a slow build leading to a match at WrestleMania 38 in April in Texas, and with Lesnar signed to an 8 to 12 match contract that'll last until 2023, WWE has plenty of time to tell this story if they choose to wait that long. Over to AEW, and this week's Dynamite brought in 1.3 million viewers following an incredible response to All Out, and the All Elite promotion beat WWE in a crucial demographic. With 681,000 viewers in the 18 to 49 group, AEW got a .53 rating for the demographic, beating WWE's .52 in the same group. In terms of total viewers, WWE still came out on top, with Raw averaging 1.85 million viewers across its 3 hours, compared to Dynamite's 1.3 million. The 18 to 49 demographic is so coveted because they're the desired audience for advertisers, and this is yet another big win for Tony Khan following an exceptional pay-per-view last Sunday. Bryan Danielson is just the latest person to join Dynamite in the War of the Ratings, debuting for AEW at All Out. In interviews since, Bryan said that the direction to leave WWE was a difficult one, and he's still grateful to what Vince McMahon did for his career. On the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said how both WWE and AEW offered Danielson lucrative deals, which were similar in money, and both would have allowed him to compete for New Japan. This is an unprecedented move by WWE, and it shows just how much the company wanted to keep him. But Meltzer explained that the matter is a dead issue now, as Bryan has left, and he's heard nothing about any other WWE superstars going to New Japan. In terms of money, it's reported that Danielson was offered a $6.5 million deal with AEW, making him one of the company's highest-paid performers. WWE did all they could to keep Bryan as a superstar, but he ultimately left for AEW, and with a feud with Kenny Omega already in the works, we may not have to wait long before the former WWE World Champion gets a shot at the AEW World title. Since leaving WWE, Renee Paquette has become a mother and set up her own podcast, Oral Sessions, and now the former WWE commentator has another show to her name. Teaming with SiriusXM and UFC fighter Miesha Tate, Renee's new show, Throwing Down with Renee and Miesha, will air each Monday from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM Fight Nation, and will cover all things UFC. The new show will launch on next Monday, September 13th, and for any Oral Sessions fans, Paquette has confirmed that her first show won't change at all when Throwing Down premieres next week. More from AEW as this week's Dynamite took place in Cincinnati, Ohio, the hometown of both Jon Moxley and Brian Pillman Jr. After MJF dragged Cincinnati's beloved Skyline Chili during the show, the two hometown heroes closed out the show in a big way. When Pillman beat Max Caster, Anthony Bowens ambushed the second-generation wrestler, but Moxley ran out to make the save. Clearing the ring, the two faces had some fun, singing the Skyline Chili commercial jingle that popped the crowd in a major way. Moxley and Pillman's homecoming for Cincinnati got a love from the live crowd, and it goes to show to never disrespect the Blue Chip City's iconic Skyline Chili. At AEW All Out 2021, Adam Cole made his debut for the company mere days after his short-term contract with NXT expired. Prior to his departure, WWE had reportedly tried to coax Cole into re-signing with a main roster call-up, with one plan suggested by Pritchard being that he would have been a heel manager on SmackDown. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer confirmed the reports, adding that the plan was for him to manage a heel Keith Lee. It was also noted that Cole's name would probably have been changed to avoid confusion with Michael Cole, and the dynamic with Cole and Lee would have been like Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush, with a smaller guy talking a big game and hiding behind his bigger client. Obviously, Cole rejected that idea in favor of becoming the newest member of the Elite at All Out, and after years of being NXT's most dominant star, we can't exactly blame Cole for not wanting to change his name and his entire character just for a main roster call-up. Cole isn't the only big name to depart WWE recently, as Ric Flair chose to leave last month, unhappy with the booking for him and his daughter Charlotte. Since then, the Nature Boy has already appeared at Triple Mania, working alongside his future son-in-law Andrade El Idolo, and fans won't have to wait long to see Flair back on TV. We should mention that the rest of this story contains spoilers for this Friday's Rampage, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you should skip the next 30 seconds. On this Friday's Rampage, Andrade will defeat Pac, but turn on Chavo Guerrero in the process, and there'll be a huge melee brawl after that. It's believed by sources that Andrade ditching Chavo was needed to open the door for Flair, who's expected to join AEW as soon as he can. Andrade having Flair in his corner would no doubt elevate his status, and after so many huge debuts in the past few months alone, AEW seems poised to welcome the 16-time world champion. More from AEW next, as many stars are booked well each week on Dynamite, but not everyone gets a chance to shine. It's been over 4 months since Brian Cage last got a win on Dynamite, and now his wife, Melissa Santos, has called out AEW for misusing her husband. Calling Cage a superstar, Santos encouraged fans to watch his matches, including those in PWG, to see that he's being misused. Santos also shared a screen from a writer named Doug Maynard, who said that Cage is lost in the shuffle and should have been treated like Brock Lesnar when he was with Team Taz, and we'll have to see if Cage's booking improves after this very public call-out. And we're ending today with Mick Foley, who after the success of All Out posted a video where he warned WWE that they have a serious problem with AEW. Foley's video was shared so widely that the hardcore legend was trending, and it wasn't just the fans who watched what he had to say. During the Mat Men Pro Wrestling podcast, Andrew Zarian revealed that some people in WWE saw Mick's video and weren't happy at all with his comments. Not only did the three-time WWF champion praise AEW's success so far, but he also spoke about some of WWE's shortcomings, namely the main roster handling of Karrion Kross and Keith Lee. Zarian said that there's an unwritten rule that legends shouldn't disparage the company, and that's a rule the Micker clearly broke. We'll have to see how WWE treats Mick Foley going forward, and if he's invited to any more Raw reunion shows down the line. But if so, don't be too shocked if all he gets is a segment where he's berated and humbled by Randy Orton. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.